Hey, what's good, YouTube, and welcome to my new series. I just watched Blank for the first time, and with this, I'm going to be taking a look at movies from the past 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. Yes, I know it's hard to believe that movies from the 90s can already be 30 years old. It might be a look at some early 2000s movies too, but really it's going to be taking a look at movies that I missed from the past and doing a quick review. This is going to be different than my regular movie reviews where I sit down and really dissect plot points and whatnot. This is just going to be me watching something for the first time and giving my general take about it. So first up is the 1994 film named Ed Wood. Now I know a lot of you, if you even clicked on this, are thinking, this is a very strange movie to start this series with. And yes, I agree with you, it is. And the main reason why I started with this is I am a sucker for movies that are about making movies. And there actually aren't a lot of these out there, so this is a movie I've been wanting to see for a couple years now. It's just kind of hard to find. I ended up having to rent it on Amazon. But it stars a young Johnny Depp, and really the reason why I wanted to even make a video about this movie is, to me, this movie really solidifies Johnny Depp as one of the best actors of our generation. He is one of the few actors throughout really the entirety of my life. I'm 30 years old, where I'm watching a movie and I don't really see the actor, I see the character that he's playing. And for this movie, that goes a long way, because if the lead actor in this movie gave a subpar performance, it just would not have worked at all. Just to give you a little more evidence that this movie is not as random as it seems, it is directed by Tim Burton, and it also stars some other notable names like Bill Murray and a young Sarah Jessica Parker. Just to give you a quick elevator pitch, this does take place in 1950s Hollywood. The movie is in black and white, and it is about a film director named Ed Wood, who makes a bunch of B-list movies that are not good, but watching the process of him trying to make these films is pretty interesting. And up to about 5 minutes ago, I didn't know that this actually is about a real guy. There was a real director named Ed Wood that tried to make these movies. So that's pretty interesting to look back on now that I've seen it. This movie had an $18 million budget and only made $14 million at the box office, so it wasn't very successful. But it's got a 93% from critics on Rotten Tomatoes, and it's got an 88% from the audience. So it is one of those rare movies where audience and critics agree that, 93 and 88, those are high scores. People like this movie, it just hasn't been seen by that many people. Now, for me, it wasn't that good. My grade for this would be, it was a C-. It was interesting, and let me tell you, like I hinted at the beginning, if Johnny Depp was not the lead character, it probably would be more in the D range. It's 2 hours long, and just watching him portray that character kept me with it. This movie definitely would never be made now. One, because it wouldn't make any money, but two, there's some weird stuff in here. So the first movie that Ed Wood tries to make is about a guy that undergoes a sex change, and they make huge light of this. It's a big joke. Ed Wood himself is actually a cross-dresser, so you can already see just by watching my quick review here, for obvious reasons, no one would ever touch this in their right mind today. They wouldn't want the smoke, and I wouldn't blame them. The movie's very weird. I actually wouldn't really recommend watching it. If you like weird movies, if Tim Burton's a director where you've liked other films, I'd say yes, watch it. Johnny Depp's performance alone will be enough for you. But if you're just a regular moviegoer, you like watching stuff on Netflix on a Friday night, you go to the movies a couple times a year, I definitely would not go through the trouble of watching this. For you, it's just going to be a little too weird, I think. But if you watch a lot of movies like I do, it's very unique. It is interesting. It is very unlike movies that are made now. And for that, I actually enjoyed watching it. It just wasn't that great. Again, for me, it's a C-. I want to thank you for joining me on my first look back at a movie from the past, and I'm going to be doing a lot more of these in the future, so I hope you enjoyed.